Hello again for another first-person horror. Thought I would do a couple things. I was going to put more of the doors out. I thought I should also do something with sound. To me, the horror genre, one of the most important things with horror is sound. So I'm going to make a little thing. Just a more or less empty game object. We're going to call this a sound hit. And I'm going to give it a trigger. Like that. Make it a little bigger. Give it an audio. Won't play on awake. We'll give it an FSM, and the FSM will have trigger event right there to the player hit, and audio play, and we're going to do a variable, and I'm going to put this variable over in these guys, and next that's probably pretty good. So if I now take a sound even little things like that, really good. Like you don't need big massive sounds a lot. I really don't have a lot of good small horror hit sounds, but lots of times if you can get, I think I got actually a couple over here. Could even do some of those. There's transitions. See, even things like that. Let's do that one. Oh, whoops, wrong spot. We're going to put it down here. That was that one? Yeah, 008. So we'll stick him there. Now technically, he's going to sit there, and if I come over, we get this sound. And it's only going to play once. Now, we do have, and I wanted to double check this, because with the new Playmaker, and actually there's a new update yet. I haven't updated it yet. I don't know that's fix anything, but I just wanted to check something before I code it this way. So it's there. If I turn it back on, okay, it resets. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to just prefab that. just call them our sound hit. Right. So actually I should have almost left that one there. So I can now say take sound hit, and I can stick them there. You know, and maybe I want, you know, one here. And, you know, one here. Put them in various different locations. And there's going to be more than what you technically need. There's a reason for that. I guess it doesn't really matter. So we have all these different sound hits right now. They're all the same sound, and I could probably grab some. They don't need to be nothing special. For example, let's take this guy, make him do a blood drip. This guy can do a bone crack. And obviously you would set these up with a little more thought, I guess would be the thing, right? Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a empty and call it sounds. I'm going to take all these sounds and make them a child, and take all these sounds and deactivate them, except for the first one because it was kind of cool and it's at the beginning of our level. So we'll activate him. And I'm going to take an FSM here. And he is going to have a array of sound hits, game object. So we're here. I'm just going to give this guy a next frame. And get child. Get children. Should almost use the array maker. What if I have array maker in here? No, I don't. Alright, well I'm going to quickly just grab array maker, because it actually has a couple nice actions. In reality, it is better to use. It's more of a dynamic thing compared to normal arrays. Like ideally, you shouldn't be adjusting arrays, adding and subtracting things to arrays. It's not a normal thing. Lists, yes. Arrays, no. Obviously, we do it because there's a fair bit underneath the hood on those actions. To us, one little action looks like, oh, like we can do this. It's not like that. So anyways, so I just brought in array maker, and I'm going to put it in right there. I'm going to call him sound hits, and then I'm going to get rid of this guy. We don't need him now. I don't think, anyways. So under array maker, we can get all children of game object, or get children of game object. We only got the one level of child. I'm just going to copy and paste, and the parent is going to be this one, or you can use a variable. Don't include parent, but we are going to include the inactive. And then, now that we have a list we will do some stuff. Array get next. So on sound hits, we are going to have a loop and a done event, and we are going to have the current type, which is going to be a game object. The result is current sound hit. So our done's going to go over there when we loop. So we're going to go through all the stuff that's in here. And we could pre-fill it, but whatever. We have an action that does that for us. So we're going to go through all these things, and we're going to have one variable, and it's going to be an integer, and it's the amount of sounds active we want. Super long, crazy variable name, and it uses spaces. Horrible idea, but tutorial doesn't matter that much. I would suggest if you ever do variables, don't use spaces, use underscores, and probably don't need variables that long. That's silly. So okay, we're going to loop through this stuff, and we're going to check if things are active. Let's go check the logic. So game object compare null visible is visible to camera. Might have to use a conditional expression. Let's check echo real quick. Don't ask me why I scroll down like that and scroll up. It's a weird habit. Don't judge me. Is active. That should work. This one could also work too. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this for now because we probably have this should work. Is active. So is current sound hit. So if it's active, we're just going to say yes. I guess you can say true or false. I'm going to use yes and no. So if it's yes, we are going to int add, which we'll need a new variable actually. So we'll add one. And then we'll finish and just go back. No, go back over here. Sorry. And if it's no, then we're just going to go back. So now that we've looped through, we've checked them all. The other thing you'll need up here is I'm going to make an event like this global, and I'm going to set it up top. And this one is going to set int value of current active sounds to 0. So it's kind of like a reset. So he's going to loop through and he's going to find all these children. He's going to count up which ones are active and so forth. And then when we're done, we're going to int compare. And we're going to take the current active sounds to the amount of sounds we want. And if the current active sounds we don't need that. We can use int operator. How about? So int operator. Amount of that. Current active sounds. Subtract. And we can activate that many sounds. So then we're going to take this number and I'm going to literally, no, I'm just going to duplicate this guy. He's going to come down here and we're going to loop through them again. And, well, actually, yeah, I can bring them both down. So we're going to loop through, and if it's, actually no, we don't even want to do that. We want to get random. Array list random. Where is random? Get relative. Get random. So we will now use this guy. Get that type game object. We'll just do that same thing. Just get rid of the error. So we loop, we get a random. Is it active? Yes. Then we're just going to go back. But if it's a no this time, we want to activate game object. Alright, and then we are also going to int add to the current active sounds -1. So that's what we're doing, right? We go here. Oh no, activate this many sounds. Sorry. Activate this many sounds. We're going to activate that, or subtract 1 from it. And we're going to come down here, and now we're going to do a int compare. And if this many sounds is equal to 0, we're gonna call this done. We're gonna go to here. Yeah, or if it's less, just to be on the safe side. If it's greater, we'll use the yes. And I'm just gonna come back up here. So there is that system. So we want amount of sounds active we want. Well, let's say we want 2. And if you want, you can put this over here, so you can just play with the number then. You can have as many of these as you want and just adjust this number. Now we need another FSM. And this guy is literally just going to do this. He's going to wait. Say, I don't know, every 2 minutes. Well, for testing purposes, we'll go a lot quicker. And we'll come over here and we'll send an event to the sound master to run sound system. And then this guy's just going to be a next frame event. There we go. So now we should have We see 1, and we go to the next frame. It's ran through all this stuff already. Oh, it's stuck in this guy. Why is it stuck in this one? Sound hits, current sound. Oh, yeah, Lord Tundra. This is what I get for looping. So obviously we can't use those events if they don't exist here. So we're going to get this random sound and we're going to go that way. And this guy will do this thing. Yada yada yada. When he's done, he comes here. So he's not actually looping through. Right, so now he's there. So now we have 2. And if I deactivate him, alright, so now, oh, okay, we gotta add one little thing in here. So the other thing we gotta do is right here. Other than this guy just coming down here and getting the random, we're going to put him here. So we check and compare. I mean, if we have all that we want, you know, we don't want to add any more. So if I deactivate him, he's just going to add another one. And if I deactivate both of those, he's going to randomly turn on those 2. Turn him off. Yeah, it turns on that guy. Perfect. Works like a charm. So, where is that? So 5 seconds is a little much, right? Like I said, even if we go 60 seconds, and maybe we want 3 of those instead. Now these guys, do I have... Okay, on this guy, right here, after he plays that, let's make sure to do a finish. And let's activate, or deactivate owner. There we go. So, okay, again, for testing purposes, just going to bring him down. So we can see we have 3 active, right? Because that's what we told it to do. Ah, shit. 3 active. And if I walk over, oh, I'll put it up here. Hits that. Something went wrong there. Oh, I forgot to check that part. Okay, so let's just go back into this real quick. Make sure we're in the right thing here. Wait for the end of clip. Then deactivate. Right, so we have those 3. We walk up, the first one should play, and then deactivate after. Oh yeah, okay, he is deactivated. A long sound. Right, and the system's already turned on a new sound. So now, like I said, you can populate and put all sorts of these different things. So you can put them 2 or 3 in every room if you wanted to, as long as you just tell this thing, okay, I only want 6 or 7 active at a time and refresh every whatever time. Also, if you wanted to refresh it too, right, you could possibly beginning of this, you could turn around and say array list right, if you wanted to do this, copy and paste, there we go, and just put it like that. So now fuck, I should put this down. Right, so this guy, every 5 seconds, he's going to run this system. And he's randomly now activating 3 of them at a time. We deactivate them all, we check, and we randomly select 3. You don't have to do that. I mean, that's just, I mean, if you want to add that in there, cool. If you don't, cool. Not a biggie. So there's our little sound manager. Alright, and like I said, I mean, I left this one because I want that one to make sure it plays. So it will, it's turned on. It'll turn off and act like the rest of them after, but whatever. So I also want to make, real quick, I'm going to make a canvas, scale with screen size. I want to put a panel. I'm going to make this guy black, and he can be a little transparent. And let's give him a button. Let's go to 2D mode, and let's say unpause or resume or something. And I'm also going to put a text, and I'm just going to spread this thing out. Actually, I'm going to scale it in half too first. Alright, so 0 that, put it like there, make it maybe a kind of more of a darker red, evil. Use best fit, crank that up a bit. Alright. So, and all I'm going to do here is I'm going to have an empty object. Give this guy an FSM. And we're going to have get key down. We'll use the escape if it lets us. Escape, we'll send event to pause. Over here, we are going to have a variable, and we're going to put this guy in it. We want to activate the canvas, set time, scale time to 0. And we'll do a button. I'm just going to do it this way. There's numerous ways this can be done. So that can now be on pause. Just this to this. No, there. But I'm also going to do that same one. Give them two options. So you can use either or. And maybe when we're in here, maybe you want to play special audio as well. Either way, it doesn't really matter that much. You don't need to, but you could. So we activate it, and over here, I'm going to deactivate it. Alright, so I hit escape. I can still apparently move the camera. Can't move the character. Escape does that. Now what did I do? Oh, I can't click that, right. Alright, so the other thing we need to do, so that we can use the mouse, set cursor move that to the top, copy that, paste it up here like that. Now I believe we have some cursor stuff already somewhere. I've stuck it. Oh, well, not that important. Alright, so we open, we can now move the mouse. I can hit unpause now. Alright, but we can't move. Why can't we move? Oh, I never scaled time back. Lord Tundran. Imagine that, eh? Just forgetting the most important thing of this. Oh, let's not go to 4 times speed. Alright, so now move, escape. Still apparently look around, but I can't move forward. I got the mouse. I gotta fix that. We unpause, we go back and forth. So the disable, enable, I wonder if we should disable that too. If we disable, we are looking at, yeah. Alright, so when we go into here, we will also, just for good measure, set event to, I'm just going to go like this, drag that in there, to disable, make that enable, copy and paste above to disable. Alright, so now we're not moving the character around. We have this little glitchy thing. that, I believe, is due to one little thing in here. Because if I remember right, yes. So I'm just going to add one little state above these, and this will fix that little flickering stupid thing. Oop. So in here, I'm going to set the mouse cursor up in here, and this guy I'm going to stick him down here. So we set it and then go here. This, we set it, then go here. Alright, so we're looking around. I hit escape. My canvas didn't bother opening up. Because it's locked in there. That stupid thing. Might need to use the other set mouse cursor action. So we're open. Oh, it still wants to do it. All right. We have somewhere in here, not there, mouse lock. That would be him right there. Okay, so now we have that. I hit escape. We do stuff. I unpause it. We're back. There we go. Works like a charm. Alright. So this mouse lock we're going to just flat out get rid of. We don't need them. We have them up there. But since now that I've noticed something, we have on our, I think this guy. So we are at a door, we say use door, and we go loop down. I'm just going to add one little thing to this. So this door that we're hitting on the hit object, so that means we are hitting this guy, and this guy happens to have a reference. So if I get FSM object, not game object, object, and I'm going to cheat by dragging him in to the interact, the door, let me just double check that. If we go into here, we have, yeah, door. The door is the animator. Where is our HUD? There it is. So the variable door, so we're going to save that. So we need a object the door animator. Right now I could set it there, but I should be able to just do it here now, and then it should now, oh no, it's not doing it. Alright, well, I'm going to do it over here just to be on the safe side. Unity engine animator, not animation, animator. Yes. So there we go. Door animator, we get that. So we get him, we get property of door animator, and it is a bool where is bool? Alright, here. Where the hell are you things? We don't want the parameters. We want... Okay, well that's going to be silly. Alright, so... I forget if we use that animator... Because we can't just grab its animator because the animator's not on this. This is on this thing. So this is what we'll do. I'm going to get rid of those. And we'll get rid of that. We'll make a new one. Put game object. Door animator. We'll just do it this way. And we now need to, of course this door isn't a prefab, so we got to do it to a few of the doors. Now I don't think we use this anywhere else, but just to be on the safe side, because I forget, I'm going to just do this. And that his animator is on that guy. Now, this same process will have to be more or less, because it's not a prefab, which is a pain. Which is why it's better when you're dealing with prefabs, obviously, then you only have to do it once. Oh yeah. So we got those. Now we can get FSM game object of, it's going to be of the interact, the animator, but this is actually of the hit object. And get animator bool of the animator holder. Parameter is open. And bool test. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to be doing it if it's opened. It's not what I wanted at all. We don't need the animator. What was I thinking? We need that's what I was thinking. And because they're not prefabs, I don't think they're, there we go. Okay. So it is locked. Of the hit object. I'm going to rename that one now because that doesn't make any sense. There we go. Bool test. Must have been thinking of one of the other ideas I had for a little later on, but so we have true and false. Okay, now if this is false, let's just continue on. But if it's true, let's do something a little different. Let's just delete that. Let's just copy this one, paste it, true, send him back. But let's just say door is locked. Okay. That's pretty much all I wanted to do with that whole kerfuffle over that stupid little thing. Alright, so we have sounds. How are we doing for time? It's 45 minutes. That's probably about most we could do. Okay, so we made a pause window. The sound hits, and we did some doors. Let's just do a quick test on that door. I'll turn on my flashlight. Oh, we're going to lock that stupid thing. So we have use door. Door is locked. Perfect. Inspect the vase, vase, where we go. I think we should also add some UI text here to identify the key. Have something up in here maybe saying, oh hey, grab X item. Right? That door is creepy. So now it's locked. I hit it, now it's open door. Use door, not use it. Alright, so that's good, but obviously we need to fix that mouse thing. We'll do that in the next scene, or the next video. So anyways, we'll catch you guys in the next one.